Getting ready to go back to green flag racing here at the Nashville Superspeedway. Let's reset it for you. Joey Logano's on point. He's going to start down low. On the high side will be Scott Wimmer. Then in row 2, Reed Sorensen, Kevin Harvick. Then Justin Allgaier, Brad Keselowski, 7th and 8th, Kelly Byers and Johnny Sauter, Carl Edwards, and Brian Scott round out your top 10. And keep an eye on Wimmer. He has got that 7 car riding well. He's had 8 top 10 finishes in his first 9 races here, including a win. This is no fluke. If he can keep in contact, he could have a great run today. But look at the restart by Logano.
Logano's been super on the restarts. Goes to the bottom. He's very fast in the short run.
Yeah, let's see what Harvick can do. He had to start on the outside again.
Well, and it looks like right now, after we sing his praises, the 7's getting shuffled. Sorensen underneath from the 32, and he got freight trained by 5 cars.
Yeah, and Harvick and Keselowski really took advantage of the opportunity that was put in front of him there to get in 2nd and 3rd.
And Joey has opened up that much of a lead over Kevin Harvick. 3rd place is Brad Keselowski. Remember, he was back at 18th spot at one point after a penalty.
Yeah, and we heard Doc talk about the 7 car, the only one talking about being loose, and I think that may have hurt him on that restart right there.
You're looking at Reed Sorensen from the rear bumper of Justin Allgaier. Let's go
Here
3 wide again. Hang on. This is a battle for 14th. There was some contact. Trevor Bayne, he's loose. He's hanging on. He's made the save. He'd make a good goaltender right now.
These guys are good. Yeah.
Woo.
That's okay, but there's no future in it.
How about James Buescher? He got the lucky dog. Look at him. He's in this battle as well. He's right on the outside of the 15, sliding back just a little bit as he gets high. How about a battle for 2nd? Brad Keselowski looking underneath the 33, and he takes the position from Kevin Harvick.
It's really interesting. You know, you have Logano as the quickest by far on the early run. And then Keselowski and Harvick, I think, are the guys to watch if this thing goes long green flag racing. We haven't seen that in a while, but that pass could be significant.
Both setting sail trying to catch up to race leader Joey Logano. Let's get more on the 22 car. Vince Welch.
Well, remember, Brad Keselowski had run out of fuel. He'd gone to the back, and after that running out of fuel and that long pit stop trying to get it started, as you see Kyle Busch go on the inside, Keselowski said, don't worry about it, guys. The car's plenty good. We'll work our way back to the front, and that's where Keselowski is. He's running 2nd. You know, you call him Concrete Kes. Over the last 10 races on the concrete, his average finish, 3.1. He is a little better on the longer run than the shorter run as well, but off to a good start on this restart. We'll see if he can hold Harvick behind him and make some ground up on the 20.
The truth is, in the last 17 concrete races, he has scored more points, Keselowski has, than anybody else. That's how good he's been.
He's doing a terrific job. The 18 here trying to make, hey, while the sun shines here, they got those new tires, and he's trying to pass as many. Ricky, that was one of your things that you said on these restarts early before the race, right?
Yeah, and Dale, I'm wondering here, he's been tight all day long. He's in traffic. The challenge for Kyle is coming up through traffic and getting a feel for the car, because naturally in that position, it's only going to make it tighter.
I'm watching Scott Riggs. He's got his hands full right there, guys, on that shot. You could see him hacksaw on the wheel. He's hanging on for dear life against the 98 of Paul Menard. Menard's got that low side, and he's going to get by him. And the 70 of Shelby Howard trying to follow as well. Look out, they got trouble.
That might be a product of the earlier incident, the first incident.
That could be a payback. And oh man, fire in the number 1 of James Buescher.
It's on fire, buddy.
They have got the window net down, and he is climbing out.
Y'all good. Jump on out. Jump on out.
Buescher is out, and you mentioned it. It goes back to earlier when Buescher got into the 38 and put him into the wall.
Dale and I talked about that incident, the first incident of the day, and it's hard to describe, folks, what it feels like when you're in the car. But for Jason Leffler, it feels like you got hit by an airplane. I mean, and it looks very sensitive from here. But he retaliated, I believe, there because he thought he flat got taken out.
Yeah, he didn't. And you know, when you're in that situation, you don't really know if they care if the guy got loose. You're supposed to be in charge of your car, and you know you're on the bottom side, and it's up to you. And yeah, I don't think there's any doubt right there what happened.
Well, here comes the 38 down towards pit road. The one car, Buescher, was running 18th. He had just gotten back on the lead lap, courtesy of Lucky Dog. And Buescher is heading towards, at least in the direction. No, now he's thinking better of it. This will be the second race in a row now that James is going to have a DNF. And he has been doing some good driving. But right now, NASCAR official talks to him, and he looks over, but thinks better of it. I guess maybe they'll talk about it back in the garage area.
I understand Jason Leffler's frustration, but I think when he watches the incident, he's going to understand that this is a young driver who made a mistake, maybe got in a little too deep, and hard to separate that.
And they're going to take James over to the infield care center just to be safe. All right, here we go with pit stops. Kevin Harvick leads him down. Justin Allgaier first to peel off was Reed Sorensen in that 32. Let's go to Jamie Little.
All right, let's see if their luck turns around on this pit stop. Justin Allgaier saying the car is great. 4 tires, fill it up with Sunoco fuel, no adjustments. Doc?
Scott Wimmer, half a round down on the track bar, 4 tires. They will still have 1 set left. They may have more tires left than anybody.
Kevin Harvick car, you see the 33 taking a 4-tire change. The previous stop, they made no changes. Remember, Harvick's been really good on the long run. He needs a long run right here.
Well, let's check it off as the Nationwide Insurance race off pit road. You can see, well, you almost saw. We've got one modified out on the racetrack right now. Let's go back and take another look at this last incident on our 7th caution. Keep an eye on the 38.
We can see he gets a run up off of turn 4 here. And it just didn't give him any room for sure.
Now let's go back to lap 43, and this is what you were talking about. This is what started it all.
Yeah, I can't describe to you how hard that feels inside the car. It feels like you just got taken out. And early in the race, we knew that that type of thing might happen because the track was very, very slick.
Well, we can tell you right now, I'm sure there's going to be some words. Leffler was 64 laps down, running in 39th, and Buescher was running 18th. Stay with us.
NASCAR Nationwide Series in Nashville is brought to you by Choice Hotels. When you stay 2 separate times, you can earn a free night. For details, visit choicehotels.com. And Toyota, moving forward.
ESPN delivers opening night of the Major League Baseball season tomorrow night as the New York Yankees head into Fenway Park to take on the Boston Red Sox. Both aces on the mound, CC Sabathia, Josh Beckett. It's Yankees-Red Sox. Doesn't get any better. ESPN's opening night presented by Dick's Sporting Goods tomorrow at 8 Eastern. ESPN News seen in New York and Boston markets. Coverage begins at 7 Eastern with baseball tonight driven by the World Chevy. The reason Brad keeps saying that is because he knows I'm a Red Sox fan, but that's okay. That's okay. So here we are under caution for the 7th time in this race. Jason Leffler involved in an accident with James Buescher in that 1 car earlier. And again, this time.
You know, it just seems to me, and I know that everyone's thinking retaliation. I'd love to hear these 2 guys each side of the story. But the way he went in on top of him there, Leffler I'm talking about, he could have very easily gotten clipped a little further back on his rear quarter panel and been turned head on into the wall. So I don't know. It's interesting. We got, but Jamie Little is with the 1. Jamie?
And that would be James Buescher. And James, I talked to Jason Leffler when you guys got together the first time. Needless to say, he was pretty frustrated. Was that a coincidence there?
I don't think it was a coincidence. I think it was probably intentional. We did get together earlier, and he crowded me down on the white line. I just got loose under him. I didn't mean to do it at all. But, no, I guess he's mad at me for it, but I would be mad too. But, I mean, he tried to wreck me under caution, a couple cautions earlier, and then just taking me out deliberately is kind of a little bit overkill. He crowded me, got me loose, and I slid up the track, took him out, but it wasn't intentional at all. What he did was definitely intentional.
You walked out here and you said, I guess everybody in the Nationwide Series is mad at me. Why?
I don't know. It seems like quite a few drivers have been getting mad at me lately, and I'm just trying to run my race and get up front. And we were leading the rookie points. We'll probably lose that this weekend. The 11's still running pretty decent, I think, and I saw the 16 getting back out there. So we'll probably lose a little bit in the rookie points, but I don't know. All the guys at Phoenix Racing are working really hard, and we got plenty of cars at the shop, so we going on to Phoenix.
Every week's certainly been an experience for James Buescher. Alan?